Sophie Cunningham fires back at fan calling out constant Caitlin Clark mentions. Sophie Cunningham didn't appreciate a fan clocking her for mentioning Caitlin Clark once again. There's no question that Sophie Cunningham has experienced a massive boom in popularity during her 2025 WNBA season with the Indiana Fever. A large chunk of this boom came after Cunningham defended her Indiana Fever teammate, Caitlin Clark, by throwing Connecticut Sun guard Jacy Sheldon to the ground shortly after Sheldon shoved Clark in a June 17 game. Cunningham and Sheldon were both ejected because of this moment, which incited a brief brawl between the Fever and the Sun. Cunningham earned a lot of praise from fans for acting as Clark's enforcer, and while she was fined $400 for her actions, a June 20 article from Sportico showed how her value skyrocketed in the wake of this ejection, earning back that $400 and much more. The article noted that Cunningham added 700,000 followers on TikTok and more than 244,000 newcomers on Instagram just 3 days after the incident. This growth equated to about $1 million in terms of what a brand would pay for that amount of growth. And Cunningham capitalized on this through several brand deals, one of which directly referenced her scuffle with Sheldon. Cunningham now has over 1.3 million Instagram followers, adding about 600,000 since that ejection heard around the world. Much of this is owed to her proximity to Clark, as the social media traction she gleaned from shoving Sheldon came because of who she was defending. Sophie Cunningham claps back at fan over Caitlin Clark mention. Cunningham is surely aware that her relationship with Clark has influenced her own popularity and attention, and this is why it behooves her to keep speaking about Clark. The most recent example of her doing so came during a December 4 episode of her Show Me Something podcast, when Cunningham conveyed that she tried to convince Clark to play in the new Project B Women's Basketball League. "I tried to get Clark to play in this league, and she was like, no," Cunningham said when speaking about her joining Project B. This comment has gone viral, as it's the first time fans have heard Clark and Project B directly linked. However, Cunningham referencing Clark seeing to her Instagram user at @Animaa, who commented on the @Overtumbled account's clip of Cunningham speaking about No. 22 and wrote, "Sophie Cunningham stopped talking about Kek Challenge, impossible." It seems that Cunningham might be tired of the narrative that she's milking her relationship with Clark for clout. But that probably won't stop her from speaking about CC.